Okay, well, I'll go for one more, if we can. That was way too difficult to see. That has not helped. Okay, I'm sorry about this, folks. Bear with me or not, as is your want. Let's move it around that way. I'm not entirely sure about the positioning of that camera there. It looks like it's pointing towards the microphone, but I'm not kind of convinced that is too much alliteration, Paul. None of my cameras have viewfinders on anymore. I was toying with the idea of retuning, but I've untoyed with the idea of retuning. Okay, take two is called The Final Score. And as it may say in the title bar, somehow this is kind of about Lenny Bruce, but kind of wider. Where it came from, I was playing a Bob Dylan, unofficially released, can you say? Word it like that, recording the other day. From the 1986 tour, Australia, with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. One of the songs on it was Lenny Bruce, which is, I think, not, should we say, not one of Dylan's better lyrics. Maybe he was too close to it. I do recall that somewhere or another he said there was a true story that he wrote with Lenny Bruce in a taxi once. For a mile and a half. Anyway. So I kind of wrote my own song about Lenny Bruce, but for other people in that situation. I'm sorry about the talking intro here. I mean, I like talking to you. I'm severely disabled and my legs need to be locked in the right place, and I don't want to start until I'm absolutely certain I'm going to be able to stand still for 4 minutes, because I'm so fed up of falling on the floor. I mean, the first 100 times it's fun. Anyway, speaking of falling on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fever on the rise, glycerin in my eyes. What will it take to make it stop? Phone's beyond my grasp, pulse is running fast. Feels like the hammer's gonna drop. Think I've mixed the dose. The walls are getting close. This ain't so much fun anymore. Is the party done? Is this my outcome? Burned bottle cap and a bathroom floor. No more last chances, no admiring glances. How fast all the good times unwind. All that wasted time, living line to line. What a legacy to leave behind. Fill it to the top. I'll tell you when to stop. No words are funny anymore. Tell my wife and child I crawled a lonely mile, and you can't undo the final score. The final score. And I wrote a song called So Many Times Before, 1982, about I was in a squatting chart there. Bad place, hideous place. There were two young ladies living on the top floor, and the bed sits, well, it squats and bed sits, you know. And all kinds of bad people visiting them, cops mainly, police officers. In those days the pubs used to close at 11, and kicking out time 11:30, and then there'd be trouble in the streets and everything. And then when it all settled down, the boys in blue would pull up. They'd never be there when we were getting robbed or anything like that. Upstairs they go to these young ladies. It still goes on now. Sorry, I've just got a big reflective here. I lost when people said to me so many times, you know, bands, you want to get a band together, or we were solo. What are we here now? 40, how many years later? 43 years later. And the problem was trying to get a band together back then. You know, there's 4 of you, and there's always one that's in the telephone box with a bag full of 2-pence pieces, trying to get something to make him feel good for an hour or an hour and a half or an evening, while the rest of us are sitting there going, with shame too. What can we do with that? And you know, stuff. Anyway, so sorry, just reflecting a little bit there. So please don't do it. You know, it's called the final score for a reason. You know, because I do believe it's scoring is the term for buying substances and stuff. You know, or it was back then at least. I'll just do a little bit of a sales pitch here, if I may. Sorry for my eyes moving around like this, but there's 2 cameras recording. Well, you're well aware that my name is Paul Murphy, because it'll be in the title bar. The lyrics to this song are in a new lyric anthology by the time you hear this, because it comes out in 2 days' time. I'll just type the words up tonight and get it in there. And it's available on Amazon, along with many of my other books. Over there. And if you would feel inclined to check out any of my repertoire, if you go to Amazon, type books, or find books, type Paul Murphy, and type in Paul Murphy, Malice Through Looking Glass, Paul Murphy, Songs of That Music, Paul Murphy, Doorways, Paul Murphy, Compromise Not Pictured. Any of those will bring up one of my books, and you can click on that and you can see all my titles, not just lyric anthologies. There's some comedy books and some children's titles in amongst them. And then if you care to purchase any, I would be completely and utterly, sincerely, heartfelt grateful to you. Not for myself, because this is going to sound like I'm pulling on your heartstrings, unless you're a long-term viewer, in which case you know. But I've come to the end of a 9-year battle with functional immune autodegenerative disease. In case you're wondering why my arms are the same size as my 11-year-old daughter. It's not been pleasant. But anyway, so my children, who are 11 and 12 at the moment, will get the royalties, and I'd be very grateful to you on that part. But if you just want to go to my stuff on Amazon and just read that, I'm so sorry, I'm itching, burning last night more, and just read 20 pages of all my books, and it'll be worthwhile, because something's just collapsed in the kitchen. What can it be? Might be me. So I do this for the songs, not for me. As I said something the other day, I don't write the songs use me to write them. Okay, Dylan and me, wherever you turn the world, whenever you get to see this. Daddy loves you all his heart and soul. Emily, you are 11 years, 1 month, and 1 day old, so you can both do the math, work out when this is from there. And if you've listened to this song, listen to it, okay? Take Daddy's word for it. The world is a much better place viewed through your eyes, not through the bottom of a glass or anything else like that, okay?